Hello folks, welcome to Balla Bolta Hai. Today in this segment we will talk about all the news which have been making headlines in the cricketing world. We'll talk about the Women's World Cup, the India versus the West Indies series, who should be the next Indian coach, and the current ongoing pay dispute between the Australian Cricket Board and its players. We have to start this segment by talking about the Women's World Cup because Indian cricket team is on a roll. They have played 4 games and won all 4 of them. They have beaten Pakistan, Sri Lanka, West Indies and England. There have been some spectacular performances by captain Mithali Raj, who has scored 7 international 50s on the trot. Yes, 7 half centuries on the trot. Jhulan Goswami, the experienced all-rounder, Ekta Bisht bamboozled Pakistan with a left-arm spin. Harmanpreet Kaur, Smriti Mandhana. So it has been a collective team effort. Their next game is against the table toppers Australia. I think Team India has made it to the semi-finals because they sit pretty on the points table at number 2 position, and I hope Team India wins their maiden World Cup title. And I like to urge all the cricket fans, this is our team. The girls are representing India. So we all must get behind them and support the girls because they are making the nation proud. Talking about the India versus the West Indies series, as expected, Team India steamrolled West Indies by beating them comprehensively 3-1. The find of the series was Kuldeep Yadav, the left-arm Chinaman bowler, and by every game he played, he was an improved bowler. He was getting the turn off the wicket, he was beating the batsman in the air, and Kuldeep Yadav's workload should be managed. He's an asset for Team India, and as I earlier said in my previews, a wrist spinner is must, and India have got the answer. Now they must back Kuldeep Yadav. Another player who grabbed the opportunity with both the hands, Ajinkya Rahane, scored 350s and 100, was also the man of the series. He himself knows that he has to relinquish this opening position slot once Rohit comes back in, but he has cemented his place as the third opener, and Rahane can also bat in the middle order. So there were few question marks regarding Rahane's place in the ODI side, but he has justified it by this good performance. Few concerns for Team India. Form of Yuvraj Singh. Sadly, Yuvraj Singh is not the same player anymore, and I think it's the right time to look beyond Yuvraj Singh. There are players like Rishabh Pant, Dinesh Karthik who are waiting in the wings, and change the middle order a little bit. Put Dhoni at 4 because Dhoni, as earlier said, takes little bit of time and he doesn't go for his shots from ball 1. So Dhoni can play the role of sheet anchor. You can have somebody like Pandya or a Pant, the attacking option at number 5. Because now it's the time to start planning for the 2019 World Cup. Whoever comes in the middle order at least need 30 to 40 games under his belt so that player is ready for the 2019 World Cup. And I think selectors need to make some harsh calls, and I hope that they start planning for the 2019 World Cup from the series against Sri Lanka, which will be played next month. Who will be the next coach of Team India? After Anil Kumble resigned as the head coach of Team India, it has raised a few eyebrows because if you look by any cricketing logic parameter, Anil Kumble did a fantastic job with Team India. It's a very big loss for Team India because he brings a lot of knowledge, cricketing experience, and I'm very sad the way entire matter has been handled. It could have been handled in a more dignified manner, the spat between Kumble and Kohli, but instead of that, it became a media spectacle. The candidates who have applied for the job are Ravi Shastri, Lalchand Rajput, Doda Ganesh, Virendra Sehwag, Tom Moody and Richard Pybus. Now, irrespective of whoever is the coach should have a blueprint in their mind how he'll take the Indian cricket forward, especially leading into the 2019 Cricket World Cup. The coach will be selected by Cricket Advisory Committee comprising of Tendulkar, Lakshman and Ganguly. They must make sure they sit with Virat Kohli and make him understand that this situation does not happen in future again, because it has already sent a wrong message to the next coach that if you are not in good books of Virat Kohli, you have to fall by the wayside, and it is not at all good for Indian cricket. News from Australia, which has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Australian cricket is in turmoil. Their players and cricket board are at loggerheads. 230 Australian cricketers are unemployed, which includes the international players, the domestic players and the female players. Now in a nutshell, let's understand what the current problem is. According to the current revenue model, Cricket Australia takes 73% of the earnings and 27% goes to the players. Now what Cricket Australia wants in the new model, that the entire earnings should be with Cricket Australia, which they will invest in grassroots levels for developing schools, infrastructures, academics, and only the star players, let's say like David Warner or Steven Smith, will get a share in the earnings. Now what players have proposed, that they want even the domestic and the female players to get a fair share. So according to the players, they have proposed 55% of the revenue should be with the board, 23.5% should be shared among the players, and the remaining 23.5% they can invest in the grassroots levels for developing the infrastructure. Now there has been no memorandum of understanding. June 30 was the last day and it was the deadline. So as a result, Australian cricketers are unemployed. They cannot use the practice facilities. They can play in different banned exhibition matches, different leagues, and which is very sad because Australian cricket are powerhouses of world cricket. A strong Australian team is very important for world cricket. We can already see the consequences. Australia A tour of South Africa was cancelled. And if this problem is not solved quickly, we might find a situation that we don't have a team for Ashes later in this year. So Cricket Australia must make sure that they find some solution and some middle way so that the players and board can get together and find a solution. Some other news from the cricketing world. Joe Root has embarked his journey as an England Test captain in a grand way. He scored 185 runs in the ongoing Test match between England and South Africa. And it's going to be a very hard-fought series. It's a 4 Test match series. Both the teams are evenly matched and they have got good strong bowling attack. Before a few days, ICC meeting took place in Dubai and it was decided that Afghanistan and Ireland are now full members of ICC, which means they can play Test cricket and they can play likes of England, Australia, India, and it's a very good decision because both these teams have been knocking the doors of ICC. They have been dominating associate cricket for a while and it's a very good decision for the entire cricketing world. At last, again, I like to thank all of you for showing immense support to my YouTube channel Balla Bolta Hai. Goodbye until next time. Manan Patel for Balla Bolta Hai.